You were about to send it, but something stopped you, so you erased it, like it never deserved to be seen. You stood close enough to join, but not close enough to risk it. The words reached your lips, then quietly disappeared. Even your own reflection felt slightly off. You saw them winning, and somehow you shrank. You tried to begin, then convinced yourself it wasn't good enough. You saw the message, and chose silence instead. Almost moved forward, then trusted the doubt more than yourself, and you told yourself, you'll do it later. You started typing, then questioned if you should start at all. Your finger hovered, as if one click could expose everything. Your mind kept running, but never arriving anywhere. Nothing felt right, even when it was fine. You had something to say, but chose to stay invisible. You kept checking, hoping for something that never came. The door was there, but you weren't sure you belonged behind it. Someone else walked in, like it was nothing. You were there, but not really part of it. And later, your mind replayed it all, again and again. You pulled away mid-conversation, like disappearing was safer. Even kindness felt suspicious, like they must be wrong about you. You replayed every word, searching for mistakes no one else noticed. You stayed busy, just to avoid finishing anything. You tried to look confident, but it never felt real. Your own ideas passed by, like they didn't matter. You stepped forward, then quickly took it back. You compared yourself to a version of you that doesn't even exist. Even your voice felt too much to share. And while you waited, everything quietly passed you by. You reached for it, then stopped like you always do. You smiled and agreed, even when you didn't mean it. You let the idea go, before it even had a chance. You kept moving, but somehow stayed in the same place. You silenced yourself, just to keep things comfortable. You waited for the right moment. That never came. Your mind filled the silence with noise that wasn't real. You tried to move forward, but shrank halfway through. You told yourself later, again, and slowly. You started noticing the pattern. You saw it clearly. This wasn't random. It was the same moment, repeating in different forms. So you paused it, for the first time. And inside it, you found the thought, a quiet voice saying, you're not enough. That's what stopped you. Every single time. Different situations. Same belief. It wasn't the world. It was the story in your head. And you carried that story like it was truth. Until you finally asked, what if it's not? You looked at it closely, and it started to fall apart. It wasn't solid, just something you kept repeating. So you reached again, this time not running away. And slowly, you let go of one piece of it. Nothing dramatic, just a small step forward. You typed again, but this time you stayed, and you sent it, even with the fear still there. Your body expected to shrink, but it didn't. So you reached for the door again, differently, not ready, just willing. You stepped in, even though it felt unfamiliar. It wasn't perfect, just different. You spoke again, and didn't disappear this time. You kept moving, without shrinking back. Some doubt stayed, but it didn't control you. You paused, and actually breathed. You picked your idea up, instead of letting it go. You chose to build, instead of abandon. You replied, without overthinking it to death. And for once, you didn't walk away. You stayed, even when leaving felt easier. You spoke, even if your voice felt small. And someone listened, like it was normal. You realized, maybe you were never the problem. You walked away, without replaying everything. And in the quiet, nothing was chasing you anymore. You read the reply, and didn't overanalyze it. You put the phone down, and let it be. You looked at yourself, and didn't look away. And maybe, this is where it finally begins.